What is going on, viewers? It is Ron here as always. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new around here. So, back on league racing after about a really long while. It's been a good few months, at least like 5 months, that since the last time I've done league racing and posted the video on my channel. So here, back on league racing. This is the I think 13th season of handicap racing in the P1R League, and as you can see here, we're all in Subaru BRZs, as you can see, right? As you can see, and the builds are different. Like based on your skill, you're given different builds. Though I must point out, all the builds have 300 horsepower, so power-wise, all the same. Difference in the PI, difference in the PI shows itself in terms of handling and, like, basically the grip of the car, as we beautifully sweep around the outside of that guy up into 7th place. So for the first race, I was starting in dead last, which I wasn't happy about that. But things are about to change as we go towards the chicane up the inside of Pizza Boy, and he goes a little bit too deep, and we just easily sail by up into 6th place. Yeah, sorry about that. So let's talk about the league a little bit more. P1R League, found them on, I don't know where I found them, but I found them. They do this specific races uh, on Wednesday, 9:30 p.m. EST. So if you want to join, I'll leave their Discord link down below in the description. Feel free to join. I'll be happy to see you there and race you, of course. So that's all you need to know, basically. So we get a 1 second penalty. Okay, fair enough. But this guy, the Saturn, basically makes a bit of a clumsy contact with the guy in front of him, and I lose out a lot. Actually, I go down I did go past him, but I go down 2 positions. Pizza Boy going a little bit too wide, and up his inside, but the guy in front of me takes that chicane really slowly, and going to the back of him, Pizza Boy goes past me easily without any trouble. And let me tell you, that was not the first time that the guy in the dark blue BRZ took that chicane really slowly, and I had to lose time behind him. But anyways, if we move on onto the penultimate corner, in towards the final corner, down in 7th. So I mean, I suppose we did move off 1 position, but it's nothing really amazing. I should have at least been in 5th place by now. But well, incidents happened as we make contact with the back of Pizza Boy, and I just gonna back out, let him resume in 6th place. So as I said, down to 7th place at the start of lap number 2, Pizza Boy going a little bit wide and going towards the left-hander. It's the guy in the BRZ up ahead going a little bit again, as I said, going way too wide. Pizza Boy going in now. Can we do a repeat move of the previous lap? Yes, we can, but the difference is we get the cutback this time instead of going around the outside. So we move up into 6th place, and let me tell you, the gearing for this car was absolutely amazing, and at least compared to Pizza Boy, because every time we had a drag race, I was gaining on him. I think his gears were a little bit too long, and the car would just fall out of its power band basically. As we go off track again, and we get a half a second penalty. Okay, fair enough. Completely understandable, because I cut the track, I get a half a second penalty. Yeah, I didn't gain half a second, but that's the way penalties work. You need to, basically lose more time. So we get half a second penalty. Fair enough. Okay, we'll take that. So we skip ahead to the end of lap 3 now. We've been stuck behind this guy for a while by now, and he goes a little bit wide. I'm gonna go up the inside, and we move up into 5th place. But this is where the lack of practice comes into its play, because I carried a little bit too little speed, and he easily just went around my outside just like that. As we go towards turn 1, can we hold it around the outside? No, not quite. As I said, people, pretty much everyone that I'm racing right now, all the other six people, they all have more PI compared to me, because it's based on skill, and they decided that I need to I have one of the lowest PI right now, except from P1R Turk. He has 14 less PI compared to me, but everyone else has more PI. As this guy, going a little bit too quick in, and they easily get the cutback up into 5th place. So, but one of the other things is other thing is that they told me to change my build really late, like before the first race, before the start of the first race. They told me to change my build, so that was a little bit unfair in my opinion. But because I had a little bit, that little bit of practice that I had was with was with my previous build, and that just kind of messed me up in my opinion. Maybe it's just, I should have adapted more quickly. So anyways, we skip a lap. As I said, I had some fresh air and I could easily just get my head down, lap as quickly as possible as they go nearly 4 abreast into the chicane. And in here, just to avoid contact, I had to like get on the brakes a little bit too early, and the car turns in too much. So I go off track. I give another half a second penalty. Not like I gained any time, but fair enough. Okay, half a second penalty. So as we approach the end of the race, we got like a lap and a half left to go. The race is hotting up as Racer's going a little bit too slowly. He loses a position. We're going side by side through the chicane. He just kind of taps me. I hit the wall. Luckily, I didn't get damaged. But in here, trying to go around the outside, but he just again put his car up the inside and gonna push me wide. I mean, I don't mind it. It's racing and all that, but he could have backed out in my opinion, or maybe I didn't give him space as he goes in narrow exits wide. Get the cutback done into fourth place. As I was saying, I had the track position. I was in fourth. I was about more than half a car length ahead of him, but he just kind of, went for a gap that was closing in. So I mean, I guess it's racing. It's all part of racing. It's not good fun, but yeah, I don't mind it actually, to be honest. So we got, as we round up the final, the penultimate lap, we got about almost 4 second penalty, 4 seconds of penalty. So that is probably gonna cost me because the guy in 6th place, I'm pretty sure he's about 4 seconds behind me. So I might go down another position as well. So because I'm definitely gonna lose a position to Racer behind me. He's definitely gonna get the position unless some sort of magical stuff happens. But as we go through the left kink, and the game decides that little bit, like that 1 inch of cut, that was a crime against humanity. So let's give him a 1 second penalty, because why the hell not? Okay, now up behind Turk now. I braked a bit too early, and there we go. I cut the track. How big of a penalty is that? 1.5 seconds. Another crime, this time against Motorsport. 1.5 second penalty for that. That was absolutely unfair, and it was complete bullshit, to be honest. Let's say it that way. But what can we do? It's Forza, and everyone is in the same boat, as someone says. So if someone else also went off track at that same spot, they would have gotten the 1.5 second penalty. So we finished the race in 4th place, but we're probably gonna go down 2 positions because of the penalties. We're about to see, and there we go. We go down 2 positions, down into 6th place. This is not good. This is not going well at all. We can't be having that. We can't be having that, guys. Come on. Move on to the next race. Spa and Rain. Well. This is a really interesting combo here. Spa and Rain, because of the gravity-defying puddles through Radion as we cut up the inside. Absolutely ruthless. We're gonna go full send. We're gonna try our best actually to go full send from now on. We can't be playing it cautiously anymore, because as I said, we have like less PI. So everyone should basically be pulling away from me. So if I'm actually gaining on someone, that means I'm doing a pretty good job. And if they're like pulling away from me, that doesn't mean I'm doing a bad job really. So as we exit Radion onto the Camel Straight, behind the guy in 1st place, I can't quite see his name from back here. So we're gonna skip ahead again, as I said, skip to the end of lap number 1 as we go towards Blanchard. I go off the track by about like an inch, and the game gives me 0.7 seconds penalty. And again, the game gave me another penalty, same amount, as we go up the inside of Sad Turn. Yeah, that's his name as well. As we go up the inside into 1st place, a little bit too deep, but nothing to worry about. Saturn dives into the pit lane. We all have to do 1 mandatory pit stop for this race, as you can see on the left hand side of the screen. And this race was pretty boring, let's say, because I was just on my own the whole race. But this is where things get really interesting, because as you can see, I got 4.5 second penalty, and I did not realize that Mac Bacon is like 4.7 seconds behind me. I was just driving comfortably. You see, I braked like really early into this one. I was just, having my own race, and as I exit the chicane, in here I realized that I have 4.5 second penalty and Mac Bacon is 4.5 seconds behind me, and I was like, oh fuck, I'm definitely gonna lose the position. As we cross the line in first place, and the moment of truth, do we lose the position? No, we don't. We don't lose the position, but look how little the difference was. 0.025 seconds difference after the penalties have been applied. So actually, good job. Mac Bacon did a really good job, or MC Bacon did a really good job of not getting a penalty at Spa. So, but we get the win. At least we salvaged something. We get a 6th place and we get a 1st place. So I guess not that bad. So, move on to the next race, VIR Grand West. Whoever picked this track, I mean, I don't know. They must be, they must, they definitely want to watch the whole world burn, because this track is absolutely awful, especially with that weird infill. So as we go towards turn 2 and 3, and I just completely bin myself, go off onto the grass, and go wide for about a few years. So down into 7th, but nothing interesting happened as we do our pit stop. This is the final lap. You can see here I had a pretty good stint. I come out in 2nd place, but the problem is I have like 4.2 second penalty, and the guys behind me are rather close, so I might not be able to keep my 2nd place, but you never know, they might get a penalty as well, or I might actually pull away, build a big enough gap so that the penalty won't affect my position. But we'll see as we go towards the end of the race. So onto the left-hander, into this little chicane and the complex of corners. So we're behind Mac Bacon in 1st place, or is he Mac Bacon? I don't know. Whoever it is in 1st place, and we go off the track by like a millimeter, and the game decides another crime against humanity. 1.5 second penalty. That was absolutely undeserved. And this is the Oak Tree corner. On the exit, I slow down too much. The car turns in too much, and I cut the corner. 0.7 seconds penalty. Okay, that was understandable, but the previous one, why did I get a 1.5 second penalty? What was that for? I went off the track by about like a millimeter. That at most it should have been a half a second penalty, but well, it's Forza, you know how the system works. So that was an awful race. That was a miserable race. We crossed the line in 2nd place, but we're gonna go down into 6th place again. So not good stuff. We had such a big penalty. We went down 4 positions. So again, we can't be having that. Can we go for a repeat move? Can we get a 1st place in the final race of this round number 2 of this race? I missed round 1, so here it is, round 2. So final race, Lime Rock without any of the chicanes. It can't get any worse for overtaking. And in here, I realized I got the Forza black screen of death because, well, as you can see, everything is just black, and the race is suddenly gonna start, and you have to get off the line. I was in 2nd place. That could have been a really good place, but it didn't. So move down into 5th place instead of possibly going up into 1st place. We move down into 5th place. So we have a lot of work to do here, but we do have 2 mandatory pit stops. So if I go in early, or if my opponents go in early, I can easily just jump them. If I have a better stint, like I have better lap times, I can just jump them easily. But this is where my problems with this car and the tune really began to kick in, because I changed the tune for Yas Marina and I made it understeery. So, but the problem is, Lime Rock, you really need some big amount of off throttle rotation, if you know what I mean. Like when you get off the throttle, you need the car to rotate a lot, and as proven by that, the car does not want to rotate when I get off the throttle. So move down into 7th place, into dead last as we cross the line. If those guys hadn't gone into the pit lane, I would have been in last place by now. This is going absolutely awfully, but we got about 11 more laps and we have 2 pit stops, so you never know, things might turn on their heads. So as we proceed in 4th place behind P1 third, and this is where the PI difference really comes into its own, because they're all based on handling, and basically if you have more handling, you can easily just get better lap times. But that didn't seem to be the case on this occasion, because you can see here, I come out in 3rd, I do all my pit stops, and I come out in 3rd place. Basically, if everyone had the same pace, I should have come out in 7th, but as you can see, I'm in 3rd, and Pizza Boy in 2nd actually has a big enough penalty for him. It has a big enough penalty to get demoted into 3rd, and I can just move up into 2nd place instead of him. So if we just a couple of corners left, if I just don't make a really massive mistake, I can just keep close enough. I can just keep close enough and move up into 2nd place as Pizza Boy goes a little bit wide, kicks up some dust, and through the final corner. And no, we didn't make a really massive mistake. We kept close enough. And we're gonna go up into 2nd place as we cross line, or are we? We don't. You never know. Something might have happened there. As the results come up, and there we go. We move up into 2nd place, and I somehow had the fastest. I don't know. Do I have the fastest lap? I don't know. I had one of the fastest lap with this absolutely garbage tune. So I don't quite know how I managed that, but yeah, I don't know. It was dirty. I might have been cutting. So I know I didn't show you the whole footage. I might have been cutting the track. I might have been cheating. So, anyways, enough of that. That was it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. That was really good racing, clean racing, and shout out to all the boys in P1R League. As I said, I'll leave the Discord link down below in the description. So feel free to join. I'll be happy to see you there. And yeah, again, thanks to everyone for putting up a good race, making this good content possible. And if you guys want to see the second part, round 3 is gonna be done like this Wednesday. So if you guys want to see the second part, I mean, this video better get about 10 likes. Otherwise, I'm not gonna be uploading it. So, anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Leave a like, smash the thumbs up button, and also subscribe if you want to see more of the same. So yeah, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.